òun sẹ́lẹ́lẹ́ ó milẹ̀ títì Success Radio Ìbàdàn ìkànnì ayé gbọ́ òun sẹ́lẹ́lẹ́ ó milẹ̀ títì Success Radio Ìbàdàn ìkànnì ayé gbọ́ òun.
Thank you so much for being there. We sincerely do appreciate you. This is your dear program on your dear station, Eco Pointer, on Tuesday morning on Success Radio. On this program, every 9 a.m. on Tuesday morning, we share with you economic and financial information. And you connect us on Success Radio. Go live on your Facebook and on your YouTube. Just type Success Radio there. It will connect you to what we are doing. And as soon as you are there, please ensure you help us to like the page, help us to share it to your contacts. Let them also be part of it. Why do we emphasize that you need to share it? It's because in business, in economic issue, you cannot be the buyer and the seller at the same time. You cannot be the producer and the consumer all at the same time. A number of pressing issues are here that we need to discuss this morning. I mean economic issues. I mean business information. I mean financial issues. And I also want you to get involved in what we are doing. Please send your comments on your Facebook. Let us know your comment. Let's see what you are also trying to say. Your anchor, your presenter on this Eco Pointer, by God's grace, has always been Kolawole Kayode. All right, like they say, there is no time to check time. The information, we have this information from the Vanguard. You know, this program, we collate information all through that happened during the week to download them for you on Tuesday morning. So this information comes from the Vanguard of the 19th of January 2023. And what's the information saying? The information says Nigeria generates 14.59 billion in 5 years. And that from where? that from mining industry. Now, the information said the Director General of Nigerian Mining Cadastre said his office had obtained 14.59 billion from 2018 till 2022 from the issuance of mining licenses. And who is the Director General of the Nigerian Mining Cadastre? His name is Mr. Obadiah Nkom. He said this 14.59 billion is majorly from processing fees. That is, those who are mining all around the country, the fee they collect from them for processing those products, that is part of the money they are telling us. That's 14.59 billion naira. How does this information relate to you? What concerns you about this? Some will say, of course, because if we must be listening to this information, how does it have to relate to you? That is what we are here to do on this program. Remember, as many of us learned in our geography in secondary school, a lot of mineral resources are in this country that we can find inside our land. The most important one that all of us are looking up to, fighting for, causing a lot of conflict, is the crude oil. Yes, crude oil. And crude oil is the mineral resources that is found in mostly riverine delta where there have been water, like they say, fossil fuel. So it's that kind of mineral that is found in that kind of area. And it has been the one that is used to obtain petrol, that's what we call PMS, diesel, aviation fuel, kerosene, and many other petroleum products. Omolaja Toyin Adebayo, thank you for being there. We appreciate you for being part of us. So in Nigeria, so many mineral resources are here. Like they say, this is part of what we learned even in our primary school. There is marble in Igbeti, very close to us. Yeah. There is gold in Ilesha. So many people are mining. That is, they are digging the ground to get marbles out. What's marble? Marble are those precious stones, like white kind of stones that you see people use to decorate. Some used to make pulpits in the church. Some used to decorate the graveyard of people who had been buried. They used it to do different kind of things. So people use marble a lot, and today it's costing a lot of money. And that is to tell you something, that people are getting money from all these minerals. Instead of you sitting back at home complaining there is no money, you too can get involved in these businesses. A lot of chain activities are in the chain of this business. There is the mining, the people who are digging, they too get their money. Some people brought out the resources from inside the ground. Some will have to begin to process it. And when we talk about the processing starts from the dusting and the washing. That is, remove the soil around those stones and wash them up so that we can see the resources themselves. And some will have to package them, put them in sizes, put them in containers, and like that. In each of these stages, people are getting money. They are getting their cash. Some have to look for the buyer. Some have to take it to where it will be sold and sell it. Now, it does not stop at that. Some have to do the processing. Like the marble that we're talking about, some have the machines to cut it into sizes. Some do the polishing. Some are experts in using it to make things. See, a lot of economic activities are around all these mineral resources that we need to tap into, we need to connect to, we need to get blessed through them. So you sitting back at home and saying there is no job, there is no job. I am telling you, there is job in this country. Even talking about the mining activities in Osun State, in Ilesha particularly, I tell you, so many people are getting blessed through it. A lot of people go there, mine gold, and bring out something. And there are many, many other stones. Do you know it is through mining activity they produce this our cement at Ewekoro over there, where they get large quantity of limestone and they use it to produce our cement. And there are many other stones, precious resources inside this ground. There are, you know what is funny? What is I mean, I will almost call it a bad news. And why do I call it a bad news? I call it a bad news because they said ọmọ ilé, the indigene, ọmọ ilé gan ò tí ì yó, àlejò dẹ̀ ń jẹ àjẹ, you know, àjẹkù, àjẹyó àti àjẹkù. That is, indigene themselves are not yet fed. Many of them are complaining. Now, foreigners are coming in and they are getting so much of our resources. Do you know a lot of our resources, this marble we talk about, this gold we talk about, and many other, you know, Nigeria is so blessed. Tin, like they say, coal in Enugu, tin in Jos, all these things are very important and they earn us a lot of money. Do you know many of these mining activity, they are done by people from Niger Republic, people from China, and many other countries all around the world. They come into Nigeria, they do this mining, they get the money, and people of Nigeria, they are complaining that there is no money. And the only thing the government seems to be getting from it is just the fee. Like it is being reported here, 14.59 billion naira. I'm sorry, how much money is that? How many roads in Nigeria can that amount, yes, build for us? We're supposed to get money in trillions from these mining resources if you are able to maximize all the stages in the production. Mr. Obadiah Nkom, the Director General of the Nigeria Mining Cadastre, he holds an HND in mining engineering from Kaduna Polytechnic in Kaduna State. And he told us, he said most of these 14.59 billion naira we're talking about is largely from the processing fee that is commission collected from the people who are operating in the mining industry. But he said that due to the issue of the mining, about 3,000 402 licenses has been revoked from those who are earlier given. That is, a lot of Nigerians who were given licenses to do mining activity and to get money, and through that they should also employ somebody. They did not do it, and because of that, the government, the commission in charge, has to revoke those licenses from them. And we are here, we say there is no job. I mean, what are we talking about? Now, just think a little about it. 3,402 licenses. Different people who had applied for license. Maybe they were having issues of it is not convenient. It is not easy. It is not easy to do that job. That job seems to be tedious and many other things, like that. But look, what we say it is not easy, what we say we are not doing, that is what foreigners come into this country and they are doing it, and they are taking our resources into their land. They are collecting money from here and taking it outside. At least from these 3,402 licenses, if they were effective, not less than 10,000 jobs could be created from that. Don't forget, what we are discussing on this program is economic, business, and financial issues. Mr. Nkom also told us, Mr. Obadiah Nkom, he also told us that Nigerian coal is a sought after globally. That the coal that we get in Enugu State and possibly in other parts of this country, that coal is a special one that everybody all over the world, they want our coal. And why not we working on it? If it is so, why don't we emphasize on it? Why don't we make our money on it? And what is important here is also that we should stop exporting our mineral resources raw. No, we should stop it. Why? Because the bulk of the money, the bulk of the gain from these mineral resources, we get them from refining. It is in the refining that we get the bulk of the money. Just as you know it, the reason we are suffering in terms of petroleum today in this country is because we are not refining. We have the crude oil, but we can't use the crude. We have to take it to where they will refine. They will refine it and bring it back to us. And the supply is never enough. The price is always increasing. And the whole economy is in shambles for it. And here in this country, we have a lot of our citizens, our young men, young women, young people in this country who study geography, who study geology, who study petroleum engineering, who study metallurgy, who study things that relate to this mining, activity. So I'm using this medium to call on people who have at least a little change, who can front and finance activities in this land. There are people who are learned, yes, and they can be very much helpful in this mining activity. By the time you go into it, there are a lot of people who have their graduates, some have masters, some have PhD. They will be available to assist, and you'll be able to make your money. They get, you get. It's a win-win situation, and the government also get, and the entire society will be better off for it. Mr. Nkom told us that the revenue generation of his agency dropped between 2021 and 2022 due to the changes in internal operation system. But there is now a new introduction of electronic mining cadastre. And this new idea is really going to be very helpful, and the new idea will help them to generate more revenue. Fine, we look forward to that. Mr. Obadiah Nkom also told us that 100% of the revenue they generate goes into the treasury single account of the federal government. Just as I am not pleased with the level of revenue generation of this commission, this agency of federal government, how can you be generating 14.59 billion? How much is 14 billion in today Nigeria? Before you talk about money that will make impact in this country, you'll be talking about trillions of naira. 14.5 billion is too minimal, is too small. What can it do? How many roads can it build? In 2021, a joint Senate committee had berated the agency, this mining agency, for their poor revenue, that the money they are getting is too small. Talk about what we're talking about here, 14.5 billion in 5 years. That's an average of about 3 billion per year. That's too small. I'm not sure it is enough to pay the salary of the workers in that agency for 1 year. And the other problem here, the other issue here is that a lot of these mineral resources are obtained. People do the mining illegally, get the resources, and the money they get there goes in the private pocket. The government, and I'm challenging the agency to do more for the economic benefits of this country. Another information that I have for you here is talking about what happened not too long ago. And what was it? It says Lekki Seaport will generate thousands of jobs for our citizens. Who said that? That information was made by the governor, the executive governor of Lagos State, Mr. Babatunde Sanwo-Olu by name. The governor of Lagos State, Mr. Babatunde Sanwo-Olu, has said that the Lekki Deep Sea Port will generate thousands of jobs locally. He said it during the commissioning of the project by the President Muhammadu Buhari. The deep sea port that we're talking about, the Lekki Deep Sea Port, is expected to cost the government and all the collaborating people about $1.5 billion. And if you are to convert that into the current naira by the exchange rate, let's just assume that okay, 700 naira to $1 by assumption, and that amount will be more than 1 trillion naira. The seaport that we're talking about will span over 600 meters. We cover about 600 meters, and this seaport will be able to accommodate up to 16,000 containers at once. About 16,000 containers of cargo at once, and to be able to take up to 2.5 million containers in a year. Now, what's the relevance of this seaport in Lagos, in Yoruba land, and to Nigeria at large? So many business activities in Nigeria depend on importation and exportation. And this seaport now becomes a window to facilitate those businesses. Now, everybody that are involved in the importation business, this is an opportunity to improve your earning. Even those who are involved in the exportation business, this is an opportunity to improve your earning. If we have been having challenges, all the business people in the importation and exportation business, you see, this is where it concerns you. If you have been having challenges with the existing seaport, now that the government wants to create another one, it's going to bring a kind of relief, and there will be ease in importation process and the exportation. Part of why goods are costly in this country is because during the process of importation, many cargoes are stranded at the port. They are not cleared because a lot of backlogs are there. A lot of so many hindrances are blocking them because too much are there. But this Lekki seaport is to come as a relief. Now, what are benefits that the common Nigerians can connect to? Yes, the common Nigerians can connect to, average Nigerians can connect to. People who are in business, people that want to go into business, people who are looking for job, people that want to make job by themselves. The construction of this Lekki seaport had started, and the construction continues. Now, in the construction process, bricklayers will be needed, electricians will be needed, architects will be needed, surveyors will be needed, people who do tiles on the ground will be needed, people who do painting will be needed. A lot of artisans are needed, day in, day out. Don't say they cannot employ me. Don't wait for the salary job. Go there. Yes, see people who are there. Tell them you are available to work. Do you know packers are needed? So many jobs are needed. Just packer, people to pack debris, pack waste from one point to another. People to move materials from one point to another. A lot of transporters will be needed. I tell you, food vendors will be needed because a lot of people are working there and they will have to eat. You know, as much as they are powerful, they are learned, they cannot be eating paint, they can't eat stone, they cannot eat cement. They have to eat food. So a lot of food vendors, food makers are needed in all these places. I tell you, don't be surprised. A lot of water, bottled water, sachet water, packaged water, they are needed. So a lot of businesses will be around this, seaport project. You see, beyond the $1.5 billion that the government is talking about, there are a lot of other money that will be expended. Yes, that will be having this multiplier effect. You can also key into that and get your own money, get a share. Now, beyond that, beyond the construction time, even when the Lekki Seaport come into full operation, yes, a lot of many other businesses will also be involved. Yes, in the clearing, in the forwarding. It tells you that that area, that Lekki, the location of the seaport, will have to be, taking a lot of visitors from all over Nigeria, from all over the world. Now, it tells you one, a lot of restaurants will be needed in that place. A lot of hotels will be needed where people can lodge, because people will have to stay overnight sometimes in those environments. A lot of many other things that have to do with daily need of people. Supermarkets will be needed there. So these are investment windows, investment opportunity we can connect to. Yes. And as many businesses are setting up, they will need workers to work for them. So if you go around those places, when you see, yes, either you are an investor or you are a prospective, somebody looking for a job, you are prospecting for a job. So you too can go around, you will see your own opportunity and connect there. And besides that, more will still come. And what are the more I'm talking about that will still come in that line? Remember, we are talking about economic information, business information, financial news on this program. More that will still come is that other ports around this country, like the dry port in Ibadan and other ports around the country, will still have to be connected, whether by road or by rail, to that Lekki Seaport. And that will open another round of economic opportunities. You see, we should not just sit down and be saying there's no job, there is no job. Opportunities are springing up every single day. And concerning this Lekki Seaport, history was made in 2022 at the port. And what happened that day? The first vessel battered at that seaport, that Lekki Seaport. That happened in 2022. The first vessel has battered, which means the seaport had received a vessel, a big ship, and offloaded at that seaport. That is to tell you that many other activities had gone up between then and now. And that tells you the operation already going on, a lot of economic activities. And each of these vessels too, I tell you, people also need, people to work on the ship, at the dock. There will be repair activities. You want to learn about ship building, ship repairing. This is opportunity. Go there. Go and find out. Don't mind the stress. Go there and find out. That could be your own opportunity. And you may be the one listening to this program or connected to it. Tell the person that needs to know to go and take their own advantage there. The first vessel that came to this Lekki Seaport, the name of that vessel is Zenhua 28. Zenhua 28. And you know what is funny to me in that? Though I've not really found out so much, but I guess that vessel must have been from China, or at least from Asia, from the name that we mentioned. That is to tell you Chinese and the Asians are not wasting time. Any opportunity they see, they want to seize. And we should do better than they. We should seize opportunities at this seaport. This port is said to have 3 terminals of loading and unloading. It has the terminal for liquid cargo, liquid materials. It has terminal for dry bulk material, and it has terminal for containers. The only thing I guess there is no terminal for air is gas. But any liquid material, dry bulk materials, and containers, all of them can be handled at the Lekki seaport. Another information, remember we are on Success Radio in Ibadan. Connect us via the Facebook or YouTube. Just type in Success Radio Ibadan. Help us to like the page, share to your contact. Let them also be part of what we are doing. This information is to bless you in business-wise, to bless you financially. Dangote refinery is set to address petroleum product problems in Nigeria. Do you know why I said I said because petroleum had become a very devastating problem in this country. I mean the price and the availability of petroleum products, especially petrol motor spirit that we call petrol, and diesel and kerosene. Just this yesterday, I bought a liter of petrol for 300 naira here in Ibadan. And the independent petroleum marketers told us that Nigerians are likely to be buying petrol at the rate of 800 naira per liter if the government should remove the subsidy. The federal government said they will be removing the subsidy by the end of June, and so by July 2023, Nigerians will buy petroleum products without subsidy on top. We have also been told by the Minister for Finance that the gradual removal of subsidy on petroleum products will start by April this year, just about 3 months from now. Already in this nation, due to the price of petrol, the hike in the price of petrol, the prices of every other product, they have gone up, and life standard of living is coming down, and many people don't find it so easy to live and to survive. And this becomes a challenge to the government, state government, federal government in particular. Please, what are you doing about this? Scarcity of petrol, hike in the price of petrol is a big problem in this country. And to worsen it, electricity is also not available. And now, how does it concern us on this program? We're talking about economic opportunities. Now, in this, on this program, we emphasize that every problem creates a window for somebody to create a job, somebody to make money, somebody to create wealth. This scarcity of petroleum is affecting a lot of people, and even the electricity generating company, because many of them also use gas, they are also affected. Now, there is need for alternative. How can we live without petroleum? That's the next line of thinking. This is what brought about development in the solar industry. A lot of people have developed solar now, and many people are making money from it. So many Nigerians have got at least the little solar panel they can use to charge their phone, at least. Now, as a business person or somebody is looking for a job, if you are selling solar panel now, as I speak, I tell you, you will make your money. Those are economic and business opportunities we talk about on this program. Anywhere you take solar panel to in this city, in this nation, you will sell. I mean, people will buy from you. And I'm also using this to challenge our experts, electrical experts, scientists in our schools, in our universities, in our polytechnics, in colleges of education. Please come also to our rescue. If the government does not have solution, science should be able to give us solution. Whoever, whether a student or a lecturer or a researcher today in this country, that can discover something that Nigerians can use beyond or without the electricity, and that will give us the energy, no matter how small, to survive. I tell you, people will buy that product from you. It may not be solar, and it may be solar whichever way. All that we need is energy. We need energy to survive, energy to charge our phones, energy to power our televisions, energy to operate our machine, energy to power our fan, energy to power our vehicles. Do you know today if you can have motorbike, I mean Okada, that will not use petrol, people will buy. If you can get a car that will not use petrol, people will buy. Of course, I've seen the commentary, I have seen the pictures, I've seen the videos of cars that are not using petrol. They use electricity, and they have been improved upon so that they can travel hundreds of kilometers after being charged once. I want our scientists to key into that line of development. I want our business people to also start looking at that, because things are changing. And I'm also challenging us again that, you see, when we begin to sell cars that don't use petrol as a business person, you will make sales. It may be costly initially, but whether we like it or not, people will still buy. Many years ago, I saw this somewhere. A bank then was, doing it as an advert. They say vehicles may no more run on petrol, they will now begin to run on water. That could be a futuristic idea, and scientists can work on it. After all, water contains hydrogen, is that not? And this hydrogen is part of what they use to make bomb. So how did they extract hydrogen from water to make bomb? I'm not a scientist anyway, but I'm only trying to compare what I know. So if there is a way we process water and is able to power our vehicles and our machine, good. Thumb up for that. So back to the Dangote refinery issue, that the energy-induced poverty is a problem, and it is an economic problem that has defied solution in Nigeria. Scarcity of PMS and electric power are commodity that destabilizes Nigerian economy. Expert says if Dangote refinery had commenced operation, as stipulated in 2022, many of the internal economic problems that Nigeria is having that has to do with energy induced might not be coming up. Those problems possibly must have received solution. But Dangote refinery did not start operation as stipulated in 2022. And when exactly will it start the operation? They are still looking at it. They are giving dates, but we are not sure whether it will come up. So there is no point. We are giving people hope when it has to depend on somebody somewhere, and we are not a part of its decision making. And remember, last year we also said it on this program that the Minister of State for Petroleum, Timbre Silva, he told Nigerians that one of our refineries, the one that can process 60,000 barrels of crude per day, will come to operation, will start operating by December 2022. It was said, but it was not actualized. Why is Nigeria not having a solution? And all these issues of petroleum, they affect the average Nigerian. It affects our transportation, businesses, movement of goods and services, price of almost everything we do in this country. It was even said that if Dangote refinery had commenced operation, the international trade of Nigeria would have improved, because most of the petroleum we spend dollars to go and buy abroad will have been produced locally. If at all we are going to buy more petrol from abroad, it will not be as much as what we are buying at present. Information told us the Dangote refinery, by the time it comes fully into operation, is expected to produce up to 50 million liters of petrol per day and 17 million liters of diesel and aviation fuel per day. Should we be praying that Nigerian refineries should come up and start operation, or we should be praying that Dangote refinery should come up and start operation? What? Whatever is going to be of good benefit to us should start operation. because we all know that Dangote is a private business owner. And what I would rather say is that there should be more refinery. Other Nigerians who can afford should also come up. If at all, conglomerates, people should form conglomerates, business people coming up, team up, and set up refinery for us, and let there be solution in this country. And it will also help to create more jobs, because most of the businesses that depend on fuel, petrol, diesel, they are already been affected. But now, if the petrol and the diesel are available, those businesses will flourish. And jobs will be created, and wealth will be created, and people will have food to eat on their table in their houses. Another information I want to share with you before we round off on this program today. It is normal for every business to try to cut costs. That is, to reduce costs. Not only business people, even every single human being. That is what economics call rational consumer. The rational behavior of every consumer is to cut costs, to reduce the cost of whatever they are consuming. Nigerians have cried out because of bank charges. Bank charges when you transfer money, bank charges when you withdraw money, bank charges when you do almost everything. There are bank charges here and there. And Nigerians seems to find a way out, to escape from the high bank charges. And what is that way out? The way out seems to be mobile money wallet. Have you heard about that? Mobile money wallet. Through this mobile money wallet, it's a financial company that is in charge of it. Just like, we'll say mobile bank. They're more or less a mobile bank. So they're also financial company. They help us you to open accounts, and you can do business through that. You can also invest through them. You can save your money. They said you can get up to 15% interest on your savings if you save, through them. Though remember, the risk is also there. Because many of these financial mobile financial company, many of them don't have physical office. So if I thought they have physical office, it may just be one office in a state or one office in a whole nation. It is not like our traditional banks who have offices all around the city. But the truth remains that when you transfer money through their platform, you save money through their platform, the charges they charge you is very, very low, very minimal compared to the traditional banks. And this is why lots of Nigerians are seeing it as an opportunity to escape from the high bank charges. Now, this is what I need to open our eyes to on Eco Pointer this morning. If the mobile money wallet is a good alternative for business people, private individuals, if that is a good alternative, it tells that the demand for that service will begin to shoot up. Now, you said you don't have a job. Can you go and apply to this mobile financial company, get a job with them? You don't need to depend on salary. You can tell them, look, I will help you to look for more customers. Yes, I'm going to look for more customers, and you can bargain with them. Now, if I get so number of customers, how much commission do I get, on them? And through that, you will spearhead this. Since people are ready to use this platform, now you can be like an agent who help them to spread it. You are creating job for yourself. You help them to spread it, and you connect them. You help them to set it up on their phone, and through that, you also get your commission. That is a job window already created. Sell the product that people are willing to buy. And this mobile money wallet, people now are willing to buy. Like we see on this program, everything is business. Where I should not forget, this is also a burning issue in town now. And what the burning issue is about the new Naira note. And what's the matter with it? The CBN says the old notes cease to be legal tender by 31st January 2023. And when people go to, I was in the banking hall yesterday. Yesterday, which was Monday, 23rd January 2023. On that Monday, I was in the banking hall. Customers came to withdraw money and the bank gave them old notes. I was not told, I saw it. Now I query the CBN and the commercial bank themselves. Now what are they telling us and what are they saying? If they say they want us to spend the new money, how will bank not be issuing the new Naira note? What is the matter here? All right, on this note, I will be running up this morning. This has been Eco Pointer, and your anchor, your presenter has been Kolawole Kayode. For you to connect me to discuss issues with me, whether via WhatsApp, text message, or call, my number is 070-5370-6276. I call it again, 070-5370-6276. We meet again by next week, Tuesday morning, 9 a.m. on Tuesday. We look forward to you connecting to us on all other programs on this platform. Success Radio Ibadan. Thank you so much for being there. We appreciate you.
Ó ń ṣẹlẹ̀lẹ̀, ó ń milẹ̀ tìtì.